Hey there guys, and welcome to my triathlon series where we discuss common conditions, bust a few myths, and I show you 3 exercises to mitigate that pain. If you're new to my channel, then press on that subscribe button down below. I'm Dr. Mamta and today we are going to do things a bit differently. How differently? Let's find out. Today we'll be talking about posture. Now, posture may not be one of the conditions, but it is the foundation for good health. It not only makes you feel confident about yourself, but also makes you stay away from pain. Our postural muscles work continuously against gravity, and we, by sitting continuously on the desktop, in front of the computer, or while watching Netflix, do little to help these muscles. So let's find out more about posture, whether you have a good one or not, and few exercises to correct it. So, how do we understand whether I have a good posture or not? So for that, let's do this exercise by lying down. So lie down with your knees straight. Try to relax your body as much as possible. Keep your palms facing your body. Maintain the legs inside the hip width. Now, see whether your shoulders are touching the floor. Many of us may have something called as a protracted shoulder or a forward shoulder syndrome because we are hunched in front of the computer or in front of the TV. So make sure that your shoulders are down and back. Now, just feel for which parts of your body are in contact with the floor and which are not in contact. Whether there is some space in some parts of the body apart away from the floor. So now, feeling from down below, all of us will have our heels touching the floor. We may have our calf muscles. We will have our back of the thighs touching the floor. When we look at our mid portion of the body, that is the pelvis, we feel that we are supported on two bones which are curved, and in between those two bones we have a triangular structure called the sacrum, which is where our body rests on. So feel it resting over there, and now just coming above that portion, you will see that there is some space underneath your lower back. Now this is one of the natural curves of your spine. It's called as the lumbar curve. And now some of you may have a lot of space there, while some of you may have very little space there. So it's okay, we will be identifying the different types of posture and you will understand what you are. But just feel for that space. Now going up, you will feel that your ribs are in contact with the floor. Coming to the shoulders, your shoulders, if they are forward, may not be touching the floor. There is a slight gap in between the neck and the floor, and whenever you are resting like this, your eyesight will be straight up towards the ceiling. If at all it's slightly behind or slightly down, your neck posture is not normal, and if you are feeling uncomfortable in this position, you may keep a pillow down just below the head so that you feel comfortable. So now, if you feel comfortable in this position at all points of your body, it means that you have good posture. But if you don't and you are feeling a bit uncomfortable, then you might have some of the bad postures that we will talk about later.
How do you identify whether you have a normal posture in standing? If a straight line is drawn from the top of your head to the ankle bone, for the right posture, the following should be on that line: the back edge of your ear, tip of the shoulder, hip joint, center of the knee, ankle bone. In order to correct your standing posture, try looking straight ahead with the chin tucked in, shoulders back and not hunched forward, relaxed arms hanging loosely by the side, tummy tucked in with your core active, knees straight but not locked, and feet pointing slightly outward with equal weight on both your feet. you identify with any of these three pictures, then chances are that you have a bad posture. In the first example, that is of thoracic kyphosis with a forward head posture, chances are that your upper back is rounded and your head juts forward. In the second example, which is an exaggerated lumbar lordosis, the curve on your lower back will be slightly more than normal. This is especially common in people with a huge belly. In the third example, called a sway back posture, your muscles are not working and you are using your anterior or your front ligaments to maintain your posture.
Now we come to the first exercise in order to correct your posture. So lying down, you have to first learn the neutral pelvis position and then maintain it in all your activities, be it sitting, standing or lying down. So let's find out what a neutral pelvic structure is, or a neutral pelvic position. So lie down the way you had done before, but this time you will be bending your knees so that we are in a crook lying position. Keep your hands facing your body, right? Try to release the tension in the shoulders by lengthening and keeping your shoulders away from the ear, right? Now, feeling that gap again in the lumbar region or the low back region, what you will be doing is, will be increasing that distance and reducing it. So what essentially you will be doing is an anterior or a forward tilting of the pelvis and a backward tilting of the pelvis. For this you will require a visual wherein imagine that there is a tray of marbles on your pelvic area and there is a small grate that I have kept behind. Make sure that the marbles on the tray don't fall down, and second is that you don't squish that grate below your lower back area. So now, imagining that, breathe normally, inhale as you do normally and then exhale into a long breath. So here it is. Now, during exhalation, just increase that gap as much as you can. Okay, you can see that I have increased the gap between the lower back. Inhale again to prepare and now exhale again to reduce that gap firmly. You may feel that the buttocks have risen a bit and you will feel some tension in the buttock muscles because they are working in this exercise. Yeah. So now again I will do this. Inhale to prepare and while exhalation increase the amount of gap that you have behind in your lower back. Inhale to prepare and exhale to nullify that gap. Now your neutral pelvic position is between these two extreme positions. So you have to do this continuously and then find the midpoint between these two extremes to find out your neutral pelvis. The neutral pelvis position is different for different people. That's why it's not about how many degrees it is, but you have to feel for the neutral pelvis yourself. So let's find out my mid neutral pelvis position. So I have taken the end extreme position during exhalation, inhaling to prepare, exhaling and flattening the back completely, and now reducing this by just 50%. Yeah. So that feels right for me, and by reducing this 50% from even the very extreme position of a lumbar lordosis, just 50%, that's the mid portion for me. So that's your neutral pelvis, and you have to maintain this neutral position in all your activities. In the next exercise, we do what is called as a cat-cow or a cat-camel pose. In this exercise, you will be moving your spine in the two extreme positions as we did before, and then find the neutral pelvic position again. It will also help in increasing your spinal mobility because you will be moving your entire spine by each vertebrae. So let's get into it. You will be in the quadruped position wherein your hands are stacked just below your shoulders. They are perpendicular to the ground. Your knees are just below the hips. Make sure that your neck is neutral and you don't extend the neck or flex the neck in the starting position. Maintaining the starting position, your legs will also be straight pointing in the opposite direction. Now, for the cat position, that is the first position in the exercise, you will be inhaling to prepare, and then during the exhalation, you will go into the cat position. So how do you do it? We'll find out. So, inhale to prepare, and then while exhaling, just round your back vertebra by vertebra, and also move your neck in the downward direction so that your chin comes near your chest. Feel the position of the spine in this exercise, and now inhale to prepare again for going into the camel position while exhaling. So in this you will move entirely down, the spine will go down vertebra by vertebra, and you will also look up. Feel the stretch in the forward area as you do it. Okay, hold this for a count of 5 and then again inhale to prepare and come back into the neutral position. Do this 10 times and feel the mobility that you have achieved in the spine, and then also in between the two positions come back to the starting position so that you increase your awareness of the neutral position of the pelvis. In this third exercise, you will be increasing the lateral mobility of the spine. So in addition to mobility, that is these 3 exercises, you will also need strength in order to maintain that posture and to fire those postural muscles. So glute strengthening, which I have shown in the knee video, I have put the link below. Also shoulder exercises are there in the shoulder video, the link of which I have put below. So go and look at those videos as well for the strength aspect. Now coming back to this exercise, to increase the rotational mobility, we will be doing this exercise especially for the upper back or the thoracic region. So you will be lying down in the sideline position like this. Keep your knees as bent as possible so that you lock this lower back area and it doesn't rotate. Now keep this hand in front of the shoulders, and then using this hand, touch the palm and then rotate towards the opposite side as much as you can. Try to touch the ground, but if you can't, that's okay as well. Just make sure that you do not lift this knee while you do this exercise. So touch the palm and then slowly but with control go towards the opposite side. Feel the stretch that has developed in this area. Keep it for about 5 seconds and then come back to the neutral position. While doing this, if you feel that this is quite easy, you may increase the difficulty by placing this leg, that is the lower leg, straight down and keeping this touching the ground. Again, try to keep it here and then move your entire body towards the other side. This will prove to be more difficult, but it will open up your upper spine wonderfully. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, press that like button down below. If you are battling with bad posture, then send us your comments in the comment section so that we look into it together. Until the next video, I'll see you